Welcome. It's the cats. We on Intellectual Radio. We on iHeartRadio. We on Facebook Live many a times. And we here ready to let the cat out the bag. Meow, meow. And you know what? I got to say this because some people get our cats mixed up. I want to let people know, don't get your cats mixed up because, you know, us cats wear a number of different hats, but we don't want you to get your cats mixed up. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. So again, you guys, we're talking about right now today, Facebook, social media, online bullying. We're also talking about people may have a certain profession or job title or be in a certain, you know, status quo and think it's okay to bully people.
See, Vera, she ain't saying it right. We talking about folks that's been making false accusations primarily against young black men all these years. Prime example would be Emmett Till.
Get your hand out my pocket. No, I'm just joking.
Lady lied all them years ago. Emmett Till was killed. We all know the story of Emmett Till. If you don't know the story of Emmett Till, you need to slap yourself and find it out. But all these years later, none of the guys that murdered Emmett Till were never prosecuted. They were set free. Mm-hmm. The lady that so-called claimed he whistled at her and was trying to assault her or whatever you want to call it, on her, he made the statement that he never did anything. So that boy died for nothing. So it's a video on my page right now if you all haven't seen it. It's of a 9-year-old kid in New York being accused by a so-called white police officer, female, said the boy sexually assaulted her on the streets while he was walking with his mother and his sister. A 9-year-old. Said he grabbed her butt.
And here's the sad part. She didn't even have no booty. But I tell you what.
He must have ran off with it.
Right. So I tell you what. I want you guys to do this right here because before we get started, we're going to kick our show off like we always do. We got Mr. James J. Hustle in the building.
Yeah, buddy.
We got Miss Monique.
Yeah, buddy. That's copyright infringement.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna redo that. She done got beside herself. Miss Monique talking about some buddy. Hey everybody. Let's say it for James. Hey everybody. Hey, everybody. So listen, James.
I'm sorry, y'all got a new stand. It's bouncing around. I might look like I'm drunk.
Bouncing around. James, what's going on in your world?
Not much. Same old stuff every day. Trying to get away from the city. Trying to get away from the bull crap. The killing won't stop. They just found the body behind my house. Somebody dumped the body there, but they put a heroin needle in the person on, tried to make it look like an overdose. But I was listening to the scanner. They was at the medical exam and it said that the boy was between 33 and 37 years old, and there was no heroin in his system, no drugs at all. So he was shot and dumped there. Wow. I hate this city.
And James, you married? Let me ask you a real personal question.
Have you been bullying? I'm rented until I go to God.
Have you been bullying your wife?
No, I get bullied by my wife. You women like to bully us.
Okay. Just want to make sure you ain't, been bullying.
Earl, I know you don't like to be on camera. Don't Vera bully you all the time.
Bully Earl?
Every time you come here, you bully Earl.
Police.
Every time.
Police. Monique.
I got witness.
Monique.
You don't have to pay me, bro.
Right. What's going on in your world, Monique?
A little bit of everything. Y'all know I do not share personal too much, but
okay.
We all alive.
I saw you at the new strip club, Monique.
How you know about my damn job?
I saw you up there.
Don't tell nobody where I work.
On the pole. That's Monique, y'all.
Speaking of strip club, real quick, did y'all see the picture of that baby? And somebody was like, "What do you think the baby thinking?" It's a girl. She got the baby on the hood of the car. The baby look like that.
No, I didn't see that.
The baby looked just like the cousin from Players Club that Junior raped in the room.
Oh my God!
We'll talk
and
about
the baby
that later.
was on a car.
Yeah, right. It's. Forget it. Let's get back on topic.
So listen here, you guys. We want you guys to call in. Somebody type our number. James.
708-223-8953. Once again, that's 708-223-8953. Okay, I can't turn my camera around.
Okay, so you guys. Type the number in. Somebody type the number there because we want you guys to call in. We're talking about cyberbullying, but we're also talking, like James said it very clearly, we're talking about people who have falsely accused. And we're going to be really, really clear. It's a lot of Caucasian women that are falsely accused African-American men. They bullied them because they had a certain status quo. They were white females. And they bullied them and the system.
But it's been going on a lot lately. Okay, the lady that called the police on the black family because they were barbecuing in the park. Yeah, you remember that one not long ago. Yeah. So she called the police because the black family was barbecuing in the park. Our phone rang. Ain't nobody on that now.
Okay, because they were barbecuing in the park.
What's the other one?
And then there was another one
like
where
5 different incidents.
It was one yesterday where the guy was babysitting the 2 white kids.
And but that was a black guy. Yeah. And the police officer, unless he lied, said that a black guy called and made the report and said that it was a black man, a black kid in the car with 2 white ladies.
Yep, that he had kidnapped the white kids. So, but he was the babysitter.
Yeah, a youth mentor. Mm-hmm. And the mother of the children is a lawyer. So
and what about the one where the boy got pulled over with his grandmother because somebody said that he was kidnapping an old white lady in the car, but that was her grandson.
Yeah.
And I actually posted that video. That literally irritated me to the next power.
What is wrong with the world today, people?
So I'm gonna show you guys real fast the video that James is talking about over here. Let me play that video. Can we get our phone lines as we got people calling in? But let me show you guys.
Show Jay Hustle speaking. State your name. Where you calling from? Pause a second. Hello? Okay, ain't nobody on. Next call is 708-223-8953. I can't turn my camera around.
I want to try and play this.
Hold on, people.
Okay, so how do I show this? I don't know how to show it. Let's see.
I don't know what they're looking at, y'all. Later, I'll upload it to my page, but right now I don't know what they're looking at.
Assaulted her.
Please share the video. Thank you. Well, what they're talking about right now, I don't know.
Nobody grabbed her ass. It must have been Swiper. He must have swiped her ass because she ain't got no ass. But you'll see it's a white lady gonna come to the kid's defense, and she gonna try to square up with the lady that came to his defense, like she want to fight her.
Yeah, so what they looking at, I don't know. I'll upload it later. So
Jamie Lee Curtis looking ass, loose boot wearing ass, firefighter boot wearing ass. Cornerstone Carolyn, that's what they calling her. Let me see. So stupid.
You hold it? We can hold it better. You want to hold it?
Unless you want to skip it or just tell them to go to. I don't know.
Well, again, you know what? You guys got to, bottom line, because we kind of being awkward in holding this, but it was a 9-year-old, and the lady was a police officer.
She claimed she was a police officer. I have not yet to discover that. I have not. I saw this morning, and I just researched some of the stories, so I don't know if she's a cop or not.
But bottom line, it's all about bullying, white privilege, and some women. And some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They use the fact, I'm a white woman. How dare, any black person, especially a black male, step to me any type of way inappropriately because I am of a superior person. And they use that. I don't
care what race you are, black or white.
But these are just real stories, and it's not us racial profiling. Us just actually letting the cat out the bag and telling the truth. And they've used that as to their benefit in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases, like you said, Emmett Till murdered. I'm gonna give you guys one case here, and it's related in my family. You guys, I dare you to Google James Curtis Giles Sr. James Curtis Giles Sr. That's my uncle from Texas. And he was falsely accused of raping a white woman in Texas. He spent 10 years in jail, lost a whole lot. And even as people were coming with evidence to say this was not the man that raped this woman, even the woman at a point came forward and said, that's not the right man. That's not the case. That's not the guy that raped me. He sat in jail. And you can Google the story. He was on Larry King Live. Google James Curtis Giles Sr. He also has a book that's called Tested, the book. But guess what? That happened in Texas. And when my uncle got out of jail, because he spent those 10 years in jail, but when he got out of jail, he walked out of that prison cell with 11 other men that was also in jail wrongly accused. When they walked out of that prison, they were known as the 12 disciples.
And that's the
sat in jail
part.
that long. And one guy had sat in there over 23 years because he was falsely accused by Caucasian people. That's bullying.
It is. But the bad part about it, and for somebody that comes
Senior,
in,
James
no,
Curtis
we are
Giles
not
Senior.
attacking white people. Apparently, you don't follow me and you don't know anything about me. But this happens every single day to primarily men. 90% of the time, it happens to black men. Let's just be honest. But it happens to white men too, but not as much as black men. Look how many cases over the past few years have come to light where people have been in jail for 20, 30, 40 years, lost their whole family, their job, everything. And they had several witnesses stating that they did not rape a person, rob a gas station, kill somebody. And the people that the state so-called had accusing them had come forward to the state saying that I never seen that person in my life. That wasn't the guy that raped me. That wasn't the guy that robbed me. That wasn't the guy that killed my husband or my son. And these guys are being released from prison now because of DNA evidence, which should have been in the picture. But how, like, people don't understand. Do you understand? Because I really don't understand, but I can pretty much get a gist of it. You lose 20, 30, 40 years of your life and you released after all of these years saying that you innocent and you didn't do it. And the person that the state has accusing you also says you didn't do it. And they released them with an apology from the court, no nothing. And they have to end up suing the state to get money to get their life back. Money not going to give you 30, 40 years back.
No, it does not.
Not going to give you back your
It's
time.
not.
It kind of makes you kind of like when you go into society, you can need to spend all that money on therapy because you lost, because now you're trying to, get adjusted to what's going on now out here in this world. Everything is like totally different when you're gone for 30 some years.
30 some
I don't
years.
care if you're gone for 5 years, 1 year, it's different.
Well, I'm going to tell you what it did for our family. Is my Uncle James was the rock. He was the businessman of the family. As a matter of fact, a lot of people say that I get that from my uncle because he was pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
He lived in Dallas, Texas in one of, nice fancy house. And he, had his own construction company. So let me just say, he was a black man with some money and with some power. And he was not afraid of embracing himself for who he was. He didn't bag down. But he got one knock on the door one day. His wife there, his young son there. And it says, "Oh, we're taking you in. You've been accused of raping a white woman." Now, I'm telling you something. My uncle was a looker and he had a lot of money and power. And I'm not saying this to just be funny, but he wasn't pressed for no poo nanny. I'm being honest. So when he get the knock on the door, he thinking, y'all got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But they knocked on the door and it was 10 years that he spent in prison, lost his wife, lost his house, lost his business, lost time with his son. Even my grandmother died knowing her son was innocent. And as a result of, it put a big void in our family.
Yeah.
A lot of projects were not done as a result of, because we got a close-knit family. And even when I think about Sandra Bland from Naperville, she went to Texas. And sorry to be picking on Texas because we understand don't mess with Texas, but I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Even Sandra Bland, be honest, you guys, she was bullied. She was bullied and murdered as a result of her being bullied.
Yeah.
James, I see your face.
No, I get what
Monique?
you're saying, but
Yeah.
you're right. But it don't just happen in Texas or in the South.
Exactly.
It used to happen in the South a lot. Like I watched a movie. Dang it, I just posted that on my page. But basically, I watched a movie, and the guy was having flashbacks through the movie about how he grew up and how he had a fear of white people, which he used to have white friends and used to love them. But just because something happened to him in the South and Klansmen came to get him, put a rope around his neck and dragged him, he had a fear of them. And I can understand, like, it's vice versa. Like, a lot of white people are raised to fear black people.
Mhm.
I got followers on my page right now, and I want to say their names. Y'all can speak up if y'all want to, because I see a couple of them that have commented. They family have disowned them because they started watching my videos and found out that all black people are not the same, and said, well, I was raised this way, that way. My daddy told me that black people were evil and you were gonna kill us and rape our women. And now them people talk to me every day on my Facebook, and they family have disowned them. But it's the same thing, and it's like black people get a bad rap. I've even been profiled for things that I didn't do. Years ago, I used to work at a car dealership called Gerald Lincoln Mercury in Skokie, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I can recall 4 separate incidents where 3 white women and 1 white man, separate incidents, called the police on me because I was in a Lincoln Aviator at the time. It was a 2004, and at the time, this was 2003. So see a black guy in a brand new car. I had 5 squad cars pull up on me, had me at gunpoint on TUI. Get out of the car, blah, 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 this and that. Oh, yeah, we got you fit the description. The lady over there, and he pointed, lady over there, old white lady, white hair, said, I stole the truck. She saw me steal the truck. I took somebody out of the truck at gunpoint. So I could have lost my life then. Another incident that really, really bothered me, and I'll tell y'all about the other 2 later, they call them dealer trades. So, like, let's say you buy a car from a dealership. Is a porter, I come to your house and pick you up, and I bring you to the dealership to get your vehicle. So I went to this house in Lake in the Hills, Illinois, mansion. You pull up long driveway and everything. I get out, I greet the lady and everything, and a white man, a neighbor, had binoculars looking at me. He had called and said I was doing a home invasion, and I tried to rape this white lady. They pulled me over. The state troopers got me on the expressway, had me out on the damn ground, guns to my head. One had a foot on the side of my neck, until they verified that I wasn't trying to do a home invasion and rape this little old white lady. And she's screaming at them, telling them, I know him. His name is James. He works for it. I know him. What are you doing? And they get back, ma'am. I could have lost my life.
Yeah.
This type of stuff happens, and people don't understand it. And I have a lot of white friends that do understand, but then there's some of them that don't know me and just started following me, and they just think, well, you guys should do better. What do you mean we should do better?
Or
I didn't choose what the hell I
was.
was living in. I didn't choose the skin I was born in.
Or you should listen to the authorities as they tell you. Get on the floor. Put your hand behind your neck. And what people don't realize is that a lot of time in that bullying situation, because you're being bullied, it's difficult to not have some type of feedback because you're emotionally, first of all, you're afraid. Secondly, you're pissed and you're mad. And then thirdly, a lot of times when they're putting your hand behind your back or pushing you, that stuff would hurt you. And your reaction is trying to comply. But this is painful. And then you're saying I'm resisting arrest. No, my arm is about to break.
You're not resisting. It's a natural instinct to protect yourself.
Yeah.
If you are down on the ground, if you are following orders, you get out of a car, hands up, you follow every order, you get down on the ground, hands out to the side, and 5, 6 officers come jump on your back, got their foot on your neck and twisting your damn arms, you're not resisting. It's a natural instinct within you. And I don't care if you black, white, or a damn puppy. If somebody is torturing your body, stressing your limbs to the point where you can't breathe or it's hurting you, your natural instinct is to ball up. If somebody is kneeing you in the face, your natural instinct is to block so you won't get hit again. Not every black man that gets stopped by the police is resisting. They not.
Our viewers just said that her brother, he did 9 years in federal prison, right? And he was called horse by the state of Tennessee to say he did it. Her mother hired a lawyer that worked for the state to make her to do this to her brother.
Wow.
A lot of people
that they were hired.
What's the officer name? He just died. He moved down to Florida and he was in court. He was from here on the west side. He had hundreds of black men that he personally tortured over on Harrison and Kizzy and over there on Fillmore on the west side. He tortured people into confessing. He coerced them. if you sit in a room for 3 or 4 days, you ain't been nothing, fed nothing to eat, nothing to drink, and they beating the hell out of you, eventually you are going to say, okay, I did it. I'll sign it, just so they can stop. It came out that everybody that he put in jail, about, I ain't gonna say all of them was innocent, about 88%, according to the news, were innocent. And they were all released. And this man just died. I hope he burning in hell right now.
Now, and you know what? I want to address this lady on our platform who just said, well, you guys are bullying now. And that's what she just said.
And how are we bullying?
She said, because we're actually talking about what we're talking about, that what we're doing is bullying now. And her name is Kaylee. So I want to speak to this young lady and ask, first of all, how are we bullying anybody now?
I want to speak to her too.
And we could bully her. Well, we have because what is that? A pink?
Kaylee Michelle.
No, what is that thing? What do you call it? That's a troll. Oh, that's a troll.
Yeah,
so she's a bully.
Oh, that's a troll.
She's a bully.
Well, no wonder. I'm sorry. Well, at least we address the troll, because I'm gonna tell you something. Right? It's a troll. So I didn't even pay attention that it was like a troll. But here's my point. Is that I am so against bullying. Matter of fact, I teach my children not to, first of all, be bullies and not to allow anybody to bully them. But let's jump on cyberbullying, because I've even been a victim of being cyber bullied, where somebody take your name, try to assassinate your character,
make a whole fake page,
make fake pages. Some of them make real pages, because what they do is they sit behind social media and they fight behind social media and they bully people. But then sometimes this Facebook or this social media bullying spirals out of control and people have lost their lives as a result of. So me, in my conscious state and in my higher self, do what I can do to avoid social media bullying, to the point to where I'm going to be making announcements, because I believe I've connected with some attorneys that if somebody is dragging your name through the mud on social media, that is defamation of character. And you can drag them in court for that. They cannot say your name, period. They cannot even make an assumption that they're talking about you. And the most powerful thing you could do is put paperwork on them.
Yep.
Give them some. You want to say my name? Well, I'm gonna make you pay for it. Now, some people don't have nothing. Some people are homeless. Some people are robbing Peter to pay Paul. Matter of fact, they ran out of Peter and Paul, and all they have is that cell phone. It may be an iPhone. We coming for the iPhones then. We coming for it. Matter of fact, if we don't do it, but take your social media privileges away to where the point that where you cannot post on social media and you will be arrested. We coming for you, because you cannot continue to have cat fights, lion fights with people on social media, because they want to assassinate your character and drag you through the mud. Now, I'm going to tell you something else that I want to say to those people. If you see someone that's dragging somebody's name through the mud on social media, one of the most powerful things that you could do is actually stand up and be a voice for that individual.
I've done it.
Stand up and be a voice. But some folk will sit back and watch the drama unfold and do absolutely nothing. Right, cyberbullying. Now, we got a lot of laughing faces that's coming up on my thing. So with somebody, if you can, let me know who's doing the laughing. If not, I'll find out afterwards, because you're going to have to tell me what you think is funny. Because I would imagine, as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you an opportunity to say what you think is funny. And I want everybody that's looking for all of the laughing faces, I want you guys to throw up hearts, because some things people are some people are intimidated by your power. They're intimidated by your platform, and they come to assassinate you for being who you are. James, speak, because I know you got a lot of stories.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I feel as though I'm an equal. I get bullied by the black community for standing up for white people. I get bullied by the white community for standing up for black people. Why is it that I can stand up for everybody, but no matter what the situation is, I always get a backlash? I have like people right now saying that, like you said, we bullying. Oh, we down in white people. We talking bad about white people. No, we're
Nope.
not. We are talking bad about certain white people that do certain stupid things, just like we talk about certain black people that do certain stupid things.
And we're gonna talk about
My
some of those
scales
stories.
are balanced. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But that really, like, a lot of things don't get to me, but that bothers me when that happens. Or like I can put up a story. I can put up a police shooting or just somebody with the jail at Walmart. Don't matter. If it's a black man that's taken into custody, I automatically get a majority of white people saying, well, what did he do? I need to see all of the video. Well, he had a record. He smoked weed when he was 10 years old and he's 40 now. All of that crap. Why is it that as a black man, we are always automatically assumed to be guilty by suspicion? But when I put up the same stuff with white people, black people never say nothing bad about it. But white people don't say, oh, well, I need to see all of the video. It can be a dude with a gun shooting at the police. Well, maybe he had a reason to shoot at the cops. They were bothering him. They were trampling his rights. Why can't the world just be equal? Why does it always have to be a race thing? Why can't it just be an equal thing, a right or wrong thing? And the world is wrong. We're not equal as individuals in this world. My skin color and a white person's skin color is what justifies the killing of us or not. I don't like that. I don't understand that. Like, I love people. I don't care what your skin color is. If somebody being bullied, I'm gonna stand up for it. That's how I feel. I don't care what your skin color is.
And you know what? And even Roosevelt said, what if you're saying something about someone and it's actually true? And I want to say this, something.
Does that mean you supposed to do it?
And if it's actually true, but some things is better left unsaid, especially if it don't help a person, or especially if it leave a person feeling less than, or if it feel, or if you're doing it out of spite, if you're doing it, to victimize or to hurt people. Sometimes it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Because again, I try my hardest throughout life not to put my toes and step on anybody, because sometimes the very person you step on may very well be the person that actually ends up lifting you up. You don't never know. So if you can do something to encourage somebody, do it. Because a lot of times you don't know what a person is going through. You don't know what their breaking point is. And now all of a sudden you just want to do some cyber bullying, or you just may want to push somebody around regardless to your race. I know we gave some examples of Caucasian women bullying African American men. That's just the topic we talked on today. We're sensible enough to know that it goes other ways as well. So just take it for the topic and don't take it to heart. We're knowledgeable. As a matter of fact, I can speak for both myself and James on a regular. Half of the people that I do business with are not big people that are my race. I deal with people on a whole lot of levels. Matter of fact, I'll be leaving here today, going to Vic's Car Wash. Thanks for being a proud sponsor. Earl Winfrey wanted to make sure I say that. But anyway, I'm going to Vic's Car Wash when I leave here today. A Caucasian man. I'll be talking to a lot of Caucasian people. I'll be in a room full of Caucasian people.
Well, I work with white people every day, so
I'm gonna still be Vera.
Every day, all day, I have to deal with white folks. So no, nobody's racist. So you just can't say nothing no more without people thinking that you are racist. I'm gonna tell you something else about this cyberbullying. A lot of times, people, they put some of this stuff on themselves too. They come on here half naked, all in the bed, all on live, breast all out, and then you wonder why somebody's talking. You know where they at in Donald Trump University. Then they wonder why somebody's saying something.
Well, that university is
what you do.
But that university is for roasting people. And
everywhere. I just use that as an example. As
an example.
But it's everywhere. Well, and then they want to say, oh, they said this about me, but who told you to do this? Who told you to do it? So now you mad, but you did it. But
cyberbullying goes to a whole nother level. I mean, to a whole nother level. They
It
got
does.
people that they will connect with in groups to try and troll you and to bully you. You know, I've seen a form of bullying because we're out here on the media platform recording stuff. And I've seen my own people, my own race of people that will see me or some other people out there with a camera. And because we're moving around, why you got the camera on? Why? And then here come a
The white
Caucasian
person.
white lady
And
or
then
white
it's
male
okay.
that can have their camera on, and it's like, oh, they would Fox 32 or they would Channel 579.
And they want to be
My
all in the
platform,
camera.
And that's
and they want to be all in that
Fox 32,
camera.
the one finna spit on us. They came to spit on us.
Well,
They ain't come to help.
and
If-
I'm not
if you
saying
wanna
all
see-
of them. I'm not saying all of it because I know I got some media friends that on those platforms. I appreciate you guys. I'm not saying this to throw you under the bus because I know some of you all are just doing your job and I
They know who
appreciate
they
it.
are, though.
But what I'm saying is that the mindset of the people that we are surrounded by don't
Mhm.
get it sometimes. We are not we come out and we share information so that we can educate our people on what's really going on. And sometimes, thank God, we have the full story because sometimes the news don't always get it right, or they say things or put things in the media that's widespread. And it's like, oh, but that's a typo. That's not how that went. Oh,
The
that's not.
media is always race baiting,
Yeah.
especially
is.
Fox. I noticed, like,
Yep.
no matter what the story is, the media race baits America. It's like they want to pit us against each other. Instead of us knowing the truth, they want everybody battling against each other. But like you said, when you go out there with a camera, it's sad that you get attacked by your own black people because you recording. But when a white man or a white woman come on the scene, and y'all have seen me out on several crime scenes many times where people was threatening me, all behind me, talking about what they was gonna do. But when this white man or white woman show up with their camera and they tripod and they film it, they, oh man, they gonna Fox, they gonna WGN. Hey, yeah. Like, what is that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So you want to kill me because I want to save the lives of these children and teenagers and adults in the community. But when somebody else come in the community doing the same thing and they getting paid for it, you want to dance around like a clown.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. So again, you guys, bullying. We want to hear from you
People
guys.
get mad when people come in their neighborhood
Um,
recording everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they feel
Now,
like the
so
people
somebody
don't-
said
they don't
this
care. So why
this
you
whole
here?
show is
That's what it's
race
about.
beating and racist as F.
Was they white?
And of course, Renee, you will say that because anytime we're speaking truth about what we know as a people, it's race baiting. Oh, you talking about us poor white people. Oh, you're talking about, we're not talking, matter of fact, my BFF was a white girl.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we ain't BFFs now because we too grown for that. But I grew up. So Renee, miss us with that. This whole show ain't race based. Matter of fact, this show is sponsored by Caucasian people. This show is real based. We just let the cat out the bag. So I'm gonna ask you nicely, tune out or remove yourself, or we'll do it for you because you don't get it.
Yep.
We're telling real life stories on things that happen to us.
Well, Vera, I got a confession.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to counter bully. When people bully me
Damn it.
on my social media platform, I research them and I bully them back.
Right.
Like, okay, let's say I see a story that the news put up. It can be a fight at Walmart. Now, y'all know I had Walmart ghetto as hell. I talk about black folks, white folks, whoever. If you in there doing dumb stuff, you just ghetto as
But
hell.
you can be blocked.
But
watch me block you.
I could put
Watch
up,
me block you. Showtime over.
Who
You
is that?
blocked.
The same person?
You blocked.
well, hold on, I put up a video of black people fighting. White people being animals. They should be sent back to Africa. Effing animals. Black people are eating for free. You guys should do better. Go back to Africa. So the same people that say stuff like this, I'll wait until the news puts up a story with white people fighting. And I'll go on there and these people be defending them. And I go on, they comment, fucking animal, effing animals, go back to Europe. They should be arrested. People get really pissed off and they're not animals. Why would you say that? You need to die. Like, oh, so now I need to die because I call a group of idiots animals, which they are. but you call a group of black folks animals, which they were actually being. That's what the hell we look like, is blacks and whites. If you out there doing stupid stuff and somebody film you, that's on you. Stop acting like an animal. But animals come in all genders, all races.
And have you noticed that whenever, because that was a form of bullying. That lady came on as we were telling documented facts. We were not making up any stories. We were just talking about stories. Now, all of a sudden, they wanted to come on and say, oh, you're bullying white people. You guys are talking bad. This whole show is racist. That's a lie. The lie detector determined that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're talking,
not the father.
Because she would be one of those people that would have called the police on somebody and used her privilege to say, oh my God, they're barbecuing in the park on a Saturday and they're using too much charcoal.
They're not supposed to use charcoal. This is a propane only town.
Yeah.
Hank Hill looking at it.
Right. She would be that same one and be like, oh my God.
Check this shirt out.
Look at there. It's a black guy with two white ladies.
Now, dear white people, 911 is for emergencies.
So I'm just saying that would be her. But because we don't racial profile, we're just letting the cat out the bag about some real life stories and things that's happening. And we're hoping that some of people will have enough common decency to say, well, wait a minute, they're right. Maybe we shouldn't use that as a form of bullying. And maybe we should understand that we don't have to use our, race. We don't have to use our profession, our job titles to bully people. Go ahead, James. Monique.
Two things. Mm-hmm. One video I was just thinking about, and dang, I just forgot my second thing. I'm getting old. But one of the videos I was just thinking about, it was 3 police officers. It was an irate white guy. I don't know what city it was, but he was acting a fool. He was resisting arrest for real. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Put the name of the video, link of the video, whatever. He was acting a fool. So they had him. He wasn't being beat up on the ground on nothing. They had him trying to get his hands behind his back. Finally, he kept acting up. So they took him down to the ground. Like, stop it. Don't treat me like a black person. Don't do it. I'm white. Yeah. I'm white. Like,
and the rest of was it Starbucks?
What does it matter if you white or black? If you doing something, you ain't got no business.
I think it was in Starbucks, a grocery store or something like that.
All I know, it was funny, man. It's like, I don't
No, it was the airport. It was in the airport.
And police get bullied too. I have a lot of police officer friends that tell me how they get bullied because they speak up about the bad stuff that's going on in the department. Let me see. Remember, okay, this goes back to when you first invited me to this show. The guys I know got killed when the tow truck towed the car with the bodies in it. Mm-hmm. The police were out there about to fight each other and these were white officers and black officers that were about to fight the white officers that were saying, well, they were animals anyway. Yeah, they should have got killed. And they laughing at the family grieving. The mother sitting there crying and they laughing. So the officers got into it with the officers. The sergeant had to come in between them and tell the ones that were saying stupid stuff, get the hell off of my scene. 2 of them got fired.
I remember that.
So bullying happens everywhere in every race. I've seen black kids bully white kids on videos and in person. Yep. I've seen black kids bully whites bully blacks. And I've seen black bully black. I just put up a video yesterday. A girl had to be about maybe 9 or 10 years old, something like that. Maybe she had to be about 9 or 10. And it's this little boy, he on the fence, and she studied messing with him all in his face, being ghetto, loud, stupid. And she started beating the boy up. The boy wasn't fighting her back. I was so pissed off because that's another thing. It's like people always say guys should not hit girls. And I believe don't beat on your woman like you Ike Turner. But in my personal opinion, if you are beating on me or my son or my nephew, whoever, I feel as though as a man or a boy, you have the right to defend yourself. You don't let nobody just beat you. You better, man, he should have knocked that heifer head off. And I wish your mama would have said something. I slapped her ass too. People raise these ghetto ass people, black and white, raising these ghetto ass kids, black and white. If you do not teach your kids home training and respect, somebody else will. Then he'd be the first ones on the news. Well, my kid was innocent. He didn't do anything. Yeah, he did. Stop lying.
We need you guys to call in. You guys are not calling in. My nail art is inspired by Imani today. So my nail art, my jewelry is inspired by Imani. Yeah, Imani's hooking her mommy up. But anyway, we need you guys to call in. Yeah, James will go there. We need you guys to call in. Call in. We want to hear from you guys. And we don't want to hear. We want to hear from,
it's backwards, but y'all
all race of people. Call in. Call in. James, 708.
223-8953. That's 708-223-8953.
Monique, tell us a time how you handle bullies, Monique. When they come for you.
Monique is a bully. She's bullying me.
No, I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully. I always befriend people that gets picked on. I'm one of those type of people. I don't try to befriend or even really want to talk to people that's popular. I'm always the one that gravitates more to a person that people do not like, or they just pick on for no reason. That's who I am.
Have you ever been bullied in school?
Yeah. Yep.
What did you do about it?
I used to didn't do nothing, and then you don't
want to mess with Monique. Let me tell you something.
No, it took me a long time to defend myself. It took me a long time to defend myself to the point where now I have zero tolerance to a lot of stuff.
But Monique is that person. Monique ain't gonna mess with you.
I don't mess with
But
nobody.
if you come messing with anything Monique love and care about, y'all gonna see another side of her.
I get bullied now. People talk about my nose. Somebody
talk about my nose.
Get the phone.
I'm breathing up all of that.
James. Yeah.
They do it now.
Cat's Out Show. Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, I'm Marshall. I'm in New Orleans. I'm just right now watching y'all guys speaking some good words. Good words.
Marshall, you calling in from where?
I'm in New Orleans.
Okay,
Marshall,
go ahead.
I don't usually ask people this, but do you mind telling me what your ethnicity background is?
I'm a white guy.
Thank you.
You a white guy? Oh my God, you can't be a white guy.
Let me tell you, I'm sexy and white. How you like them apples?
Oh, Vera.
Yeah. Let me tell you, the worst thing people can do is when we categorize people. All blacks do this, all whites do that, all Republicans do this, all Democrats do that. When we start categorizing, that's where we make the mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say all do anything. You know what I mean? If you look at people as an individual, it would ease a lot of the tensions out there, you know?
Mm-hmm. We agree.
And I tell you another thing about the bullying, how I handle bullying is I avoid it as much as I can if someone's coming or whatever until you can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? You got to try to dodge some of these crazies out there, you know? The smartest thing you can do is get out of the situation without a hassle, you know?
That's it. We agree.
Until you can't, you know, until you come to that, well, okay, I've done everything I could to try to avoid this. You know, you don't want to escalate it, but, you know, sometimes you can't, you know?
Go ahead. James got a question.
Hey, I'm just loving his accent. You know, you say you're a white guy, but you sound like you got some soul. You've been putting that andouille sausage on your sisters. I know you've been doing it.
Look, I'm a singer down here, in New Orleans, and I hang with a really mixed crowd of folks. I don't really think about it until it comes up. You know, I don't think about it. But a lot of people say that's white privilege. So I don't know. Is it? You know, because people don't hassle me much, or they say I have this thing called the white privilege, and I look and I say, privilege, man. I know I work my butt for what I got, but okay, you know, you know. But everybody has a different view on that. Think about that kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, you know what? Thank you, and we're definitely going to follow back up on your comment. Thank you. To next caller, James. Thank you.
Good day.
Talk to you later. Be safe.
Our first caller was a
Cat's Out Show. Jay Hustle speaking. State your name. Where you calling from?
Here, right?
Hi, I'm D-Lynn, and I'm from Central Illinois.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, for follower information, you don't have to say it. Are you black or white?
I'm neither. I'm Native American.
You're Native American. Well, hello there, my Native sister.
Well, hello, sister.
So go
How are you?
I'm awesome. And where you calling from again?
Springfield, Illinois.
Okay. Go ahead with your comment or your question.
I just want to say that y'all speak so much truth, it ain't even funny. First of all, I love your show. I love watching. I love listening. And we need to set up a troll patrol. Get rid of all the trolls because they're nasty and they need to go. And I just appreciate everything you guys stand up for, and I stand with you.
Wow, we appreciate
you're awesome.
Thank you. I like that. What you say, Troll Patrol?
Troll Patrol.
Troll Patrol. So we need to patrol the ones that's trolling us on the internet.
Yes, exactly. I love it.
Don't make me go get my trolls out my trunk now. I got some trolls. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys.
Them two callers. Come on, y'all keep calling in. 708-223-8953. Give us your opinion, whatever it is, your stories. If you black, white, don't matter, man. We love you all. Call in, talk to us. We are here for you.
And you want to know why that is important? See how the universe has a way of standing up for you, even when other people come to try and tear you down or assassinate your character, even assassinate the show's character. The first two callers happened to be callers that were not of the same race we were. And they totally understood what we were saying. They didn't take offense to it. The only people that would take offense to what we're saying is the people that use that privilege, are the people that do just what we're talking about. And now because we're snatching their panties off their butt, or because we're taking their cap.
You snatching panties?
Well, yeah, because we're bringing awareness. Now they mad. You mad? You mad?
Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Hey, yo, what's going on, man? This is Roosevelt.
What's going on, Roosevelt?
And I'm, normally, I'm from the South. I'm represent from the Southwest side of Chicago, but right now I'm in northern Minnesota visiting my parents, and we got snow up here.
You keep that snow, but let me ask you a question, Roosevelt. I know this, but for the followers, are you black or white?
Black.
Okay, we had a white guy, Native American lady, and a black guy. Go ahead with your statement.
Well, I'm black mixed with some Creole or something, but it's cool. But I just wanted to say something too. When it comes down to bullying, and I wanted to ask Vera this question since it came up as something about the whole social media thing. Like, some months ago, because many of y'all know I have a YouTube channel. And I had talked against a friend of mine's fiance at the time because he used to bother me, say all kinds of stuff against me and all that kind of stuff. So I made a video and I said a few things about, him. And of course, even though it was the truth, he didn't like it. And, he tried to fight me and all of this other kind of stuff and all of that. But every single thing I said, it was the truth because I got tired of, him doing certain things and him saying certain things. He made fun of my disability. He likes to make fun of people's skin tone and all of that kind of stuff just because he's a little bit lighter skin. He likes to make fun of people, who are darker and all of this kind of stuff. And the worst part is, this is a guy who's 47, 48 years old and still doing the same stupid kind of stuff that like little teenagers and teeny boppers would do. So anytime you're doing that kind of stuff, then, you have the right, I think, to speak your truth.
And you know what, Roosevelt? I totally agree. I believe that you can only push a cat against a wall so long, or it's only so far before it starts to fight back. That's your only defense. It's like, well, the nice thing to do would be to take footage, file charges, and to say, you know what, I'm not accepting it. But we're human. So somebody constantly pushing you, constantly doing things to hurt you, then you're definitely going at some point going to say, okay, well, you know what? You want to go to war? I take you to war. You want to fight? We can fight because you get tired. And it ain't like punk.
Okay. You want war?
I take you to war.
And then later on, Vera, when you get some time, I'm probably I'll inbox you that video and let you see like what I said. But I wasn't even planning on talking about him. It just kind of like sort of just came up. I didn't use a name or anything, but he saw the video and, he wanted to fight me and everything. And we almost ended up getting into a fight. And somebody told me he even had a gun on him.
Wow. And you are legally blind.
Yeah. Somebody told me, don't try to fight him because they said he has a gun.
Wow. And Roosevelt, I know that you could definitely talk about being bullied because you're legally blind. I can only imagine how much you were bullied and how people, probably teased you or, said things as a
and the
result
thing
of.
is, stuff that happened when I was a kid and everything. But the thing is, stuff. Sometimes, whenever you get grown, you want all that kind of stuff to stop. And it's a shame that I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 in December. And like I said, this guy is 47, 48, and the same stuff is still happening. It's a shame. You'll think that's some little kiddie stuff. You don't expect the same stuff to keep happening and you're grown.
Yeah, it's a shame because people don't even know Roosevelt. Roosevelt's very intelligent. He's a master mason and all of that, and they don't even know him. And they do stuff. You got to get to know people before you start running your mouth, because you never know who you even messing with. And
hello to you. Hello to you, Monique, my sister.
Hey.
And you say he's a master mason.
I get bullied all the time.
Roosevelt, we appreciate you, brother. Definitely send me that information. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for being available whenever we need you here on the Cats Out Show. We appreciate you much, brother.
All right, I'm going to see you when I come back.
Okay, make sure we do that.
I have a good day.
Wow.
But yeah, man, people get bullied all the time. I still get bullied as an adult. I was at North Riverside. Now this was like
James,
last year.
Ain't nobody bullying you, James.
My wife beats me.
Well, that's because you like it like that. With the
I
ball,
don't like to be beat.
with the ball in your mouth and
no, this ain't punk, bitch. You don't put nothing in my mouth.
The noose around your neck and your handcuffs on, and you standing there with your saying, "Spank me, beat me." Oh, you don't do that?
What type of freaky shit you into? I'm a freak, but you ain't gonna hog tie my big ass. No. Now, if you got some Velcro straps, we could probably try that because I can break free. But I was at the mall one day and it was a bunch of teenagers, black, white, and Hispanic. One of the girl looked Puerto Rican, but she was walking. She's like, and she just kept looking at me. I'm like, I said, "Is it a problem?" Yeah, you have man boobs. I said, "Look, bitch, my titty's bigger than yours." Like,
you did.
Oh my God, you can't say that. I said, "My titty's bigger than yours." She was like, "Ah," and her friends were laughing. She's like, "Shut up, don't laugh, Haley." I'm dead ass serious.
He did.
Me.
That's James.
That is me.
I turned the camera around because I know I got sensitive ears.
Flat chested women, if you want my man boobs, I've been trying to get rid of them for years. You can have them. You ain't got to pay all that money to the surgeon. Just take mine. It's all natural.
Fine.
So again, you guys, we appreciate your call. For those of you we still taking exactly one more call.
708-223-8953. Come on, people, call in.
I've been picked on all my life.
All my life I had to fight. Well, you know what? I ain't had too many fights. People knew not to make that. They thought I was crazy. People really, really thought I was crazy because I was the very, very nice girl, and I always wanted to help and hell, let's all be friends and let's all help people. But if you mess with me too much, I was gonna do something crazy, and people knew that. It's like that girl is kind of crazy.
Cats Out Show, 1 second, please.
They had to find out the
But you know what? You know what I noticed, Vera? From me being a kid until adulthood, the majority of the people that used to try to bully me, after I just started snapping at and whooping ass, like, man, what's up? Well, let's be friends. Let's be friends. Okay, friend. How you doing? But I don't trust you.
Right.
All right, Cats Out Show. State your name. Where you calling from? Hello. I say hello. Okay, all right. Somebody call back in. 708-223-8953. Come on, people, call in. We're
gonna take a couple more calls. So come on in, and then we wrapping this show up. You guys share the video. This may actually save somebody. It may actually bless somebody. Because when
they want to know what you just jumped for when I took the phone off of there.
Because it seemed like it was finna fling my way.
It was going.
Who want to know that? Yeah, I am. Because I've been.
Cats Out Show. Jay Hustle speaker. State your name. Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay anonymous, but I'm calling from Denver, Colorado.
All right, it's okay. You can stay anonymous, but can you tell us your ethnicity?
Can you tell us my what?
Are you black or white or Hispanic? What are you?
I'm black.
All right, go ahead with your statement.
Okay, I'm calling about about the bully situation and all that. And there was a thing called when you first start a job out and all that. Then these guys like more experienced workers and how to do things and all that. All of a sudden you come in here all new, then you don't know nothing and all that. Then it's a thing called workplace bully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you telling our listeners that there's a such thing that's called workplace bullying?
I think he's gone.
Hello?
Oh, I'm still there. Yeah, it's workplace bully. What they do is like, you trying to do something and all that, and all of a sudden, then what they'll do is they're trying to have you do all the crappy work and all that, while they do all the easy work and all that. Then they saying like, oh yeah, if you don't do this and all that, we can snitch on you and all that because you just a temporary and all that. So what they'll do is they'll try to have you do all the heavy work while they'll do all the lightweight work and all that.
You're right.
Yeah, that's been going on forever.
Yep, you're right. And they got it. You said they got a website or they got like a group for that workplace bullying?
Because then what else they'll try to do is like they're gonna try to like have you do things you're not supposed to be doing and all that. And it's like, oh yeah, I mean like behind me and all that, because that's part of your job and all that. You know, even though I won't be able to speak because I got too much time in my hands and all that.
Well, thank you, caller. We're gonna get to the next caller, but thank you.
All right.
Workplace bullying, you guys. He right about that.
Yeah,
that happened.
Cat's House Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from.
Jeanette Sedam, Red Bank, New Jersey.
All right.
Man, I didn't
Do you mind telling us what your ethnicity is? Black, white, Hispanic, or other?
I'm black.
All right. Go ahead with your statement.
Well, I agree with everything you're saying. I went through the same thing. My children also went through the same thing.
Okay.
Everything you're saying, I agree. And the sad thing is, a lot of the parents, they allow these kids to do this bullying.
Yeah. I put a lot of that fault on the parents because kids only mimic what they see.
And that is true. I went through it all my life, my kids, and I'm just like you. My daughter, this girl used to harass her all the time, just bully her. I used to go to the mother didn't do anything about it. I went to the house again, I kicked the door in myself.
Damn, you a oh,
yes, I did. I kicked the door in. I sure did. I invited them all outside. I bet you they left my daughter alone.
That's right. That's how
because you get to that point when you done.
That's my kind of woman. Boy, kick that door in, boy.
What?
Yeah.
They picked the wrong one. Now, let me tell y'all something. I don't recommend that's the way that you take. But thank you, caller, for sharing that story. You're right. Like y'all gonna leave this one alone.
That's right.
I have a great one. Thank you. Thank you.
We gotta get the next call. Cat's House Show, Jay Hustle speaking. State your name and where you calling from. Hello?
Hello, Cat's Out Show. You're online. State your name, where you're calling from.
Oh, well. Next. 708-223-8953. Y'all better hurry it up. Now, I'm going
to tell you, as it relates to my kids in school, I'm normally at the school. They know I'm at the school. My mother did it with me. And y'all ain't messing with our children. That's not what you want. We're not going to allow our children to mess with your children. I am one of those parents. Leave them kids alone. Don't mess with nobody's kids. I'm going to nip it in the bud. But Lord knows you ain't fit to mess with none of mine.
You want to know what my mama used to tell me, Vera? You know what? My mama might be watching this right now. Mama, you used to bully me, but I love you, mama. My mama used to say, I don't care how many of them it is. If they bigger than you, you better pick up some and knock their ass out. And then she be like, if you don't whoop his ass,
I'm going to whoop your
ass. I'm like, my mama said I got to whoop your ass. Bow! I had to do it. I'm just being honest.
I can't make this story up. One year, I think it was maybe 8th grade or the last day of school. Some girls got together and thought that they were going to beat me up. They had lied. Vera's bringing her brother here at the end of the school year. So we all going to get together and we going to beat her up. And now I was like, oh my God, I got like a lot of people talking about fighting me. My mama came to the school and said, oh, you leaving out of school. Came out and there wasn't nobody on the playground. My mama was standing there. She said, anybody want to fight Vera? Come on. Y'all want to fight her? Let's fight. And all I seen was my mama. Man, I ain't care how many people was talking about fighting me. I was the baddest something on the playground. Like, yeah, come on. Y'all want to fight? Some of y'all know that story. Matter of fact, I would say who it was, but you know you looking. So you're going to be like, why did she tell that story? You know I love you, girl. We cool now. But they set that stuff up. Like her brother coming. I'm like, my brother ain't coming up here to fight y'all. Baby. And from that point on, I reversed the script. So I started being the bully. Like, okay, You mess with me, all your life you gonna have to fight. Now, but go ahead, Carla.
That's Show J Hustle. Speaker, state your name. Where you calling from?
Hi, I'm Candace, and I'm calling from Mississippi.
Mississippi. Do you mind telling us if you black, white, or other?
MISSISSI, crooked letter I, humpback. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm white.
All right, go ahead with your statement.
I just wanted to say, like, with the bullying, and I don't think it will ever stop till people wake up and realize that we are all of the human race, and we should band together, and with people's differences or their color or their traditions, and even, just that we're one, and we should celebrate everybody's differences.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
not
right.
tear them down.
Okay.
Because someone may have a disability does not mean they're any less human than you or I. They are unique. Everyone is unique in their own way, and we all need to celebrate that instead of tear each other down over it.
Yes, ma'am. You are correct. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Not sure.
All right. You're from Mississippi, so don't tell me what town, because I know some towns may be small if you want to remain anonymous. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 45.
So you're 45 and you're from Mississippi.
She ain't scared to tell you where she's from. Where you from?
Gulfport, Mississippi.
Gulfport, okay.
I know all about Gulfport. Now,
Lordy.
In your personal opinion, do you feel as though in 2018, Black people still get treated unjustly?
Yes.
Thank you. Have you seen any incidents of Black people getting treated unjustly? Have you ever spoke up for anyone, or like, can you just give us an experience or a story if you have one?
Oh,
That's so mean.
I have not. Everyone I hang out with, we all get along because we don't see color or differences. We see the people we are. That's who we judge. I don't hang around with people that are prejudiced or send off that vibe.
Yeah.
But I have seen, the videos and on the news and stuff, and I just find it so disheartening. And at this day and age, we can't pull together as a human race to be for each other.
Amen. Right. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
You as well. Bye.
Say it again. Well, and you know what? And again, you're right. I believe that regardless to what anybody want us to believe, what anybody say, there are more good people in this world than bad. Even as it relates to the media is programmed to show us the bad people. Even social media, bad news always get more views. But regardless to what anybody say, I wholeheartedly believe that there are a lot of people, more people that love, that don't see color, that don't see race and religion, and they do it on purpose. I'm excited about that. It's the Cats. We on Intellectual Radio. We on iHeartRadio. And we on Facebook Live many times. And we did it another week. We just let the cat out the bag. Meow. I've been lost. I've been tired.